I will never forget this story because that night was the scariest boundary for me between life and death, between reality and madness. It all started after I was admitted to the old hospital in the city. I'd had a high fever for a week. My head was spinning, my legs were trembling, and they placed me in room 13. Now, let me tell you what happened at exactly 11:30 that night. The room was dimly lit. Outside the window, the wind swayed the tree branches, and a cold draft whispered through the old wooden frames. On the walls, there were faded paintings, a cracked clock, and a single flickering light bulb in the corner. I was lying in bed trying to rest. A nurse came in to set up an IV and left. I was the only one in the room. After a while, the door to the room creaked open. My heart sank. I thought someone had entered, but no one was there. The door slowly opened on its own, and then quietly shut again. Why? I thought to myself. I got up a little, looked toward the door. No one. I lay back down, but from that moment, the room started to get cold. I felt a chill brush past my feet, under the blanket. I looked at the window, still closed. Then I heard a sound from the corner where the old armchair stood. The sound of someone sitting down. I clearly heard it. You know that faint creak a chair makes when someone sits down? That sound. I quickly turned my head toward the light bulb, but the chair was empty. Yet I could feel it. Someone was in the room. The strangest thing was, my body wouldn't move. I knew someone was near me, but I couldn't turn my head, couldn't speak, couldn't move a finger. Then I heard a sound from the ceiling, like light footsteps. Up there, on the ceiling. I thought to myself, how can someone be walking on the ceiling? The room kept getting colder. A strange draft blew from nowhere. And then, in the corner, I saw a shadow, a figure in a white hospital gown. I couldn't see its face, but it was staring straight at me. Who is that? My teeth were chattering, my body trembling. I wanted to scream, "Help!" but my voice wouldn't come out. A moment later, the light bulb flickered twice and then steadied. At that moment, the figure in the corner took a step closer. I couldn't take my eyes off it. It slowly walked and sat down in the armchair. And then the creepiest part, once it sat down, the chair began to rock slowly on its own, forward and back. Right then, the door swung open. A nurse came in. "Why are you sweating like this? Your face is so pale," she exclaimed, rushing to my side and grabbing my hand. I gathered all my strength and whispered, "Look, someone's sitting in the corner." She turned to look, but saw nothing. "There's no one there. Your fever must be messing with you," she said. She gave me a sedative and put me back to sleep. But the worst part was, that figure didn't leave. It stayed in that chair all night. The next morning, the doctors came and moved me to another room. Later, I learned that 5 years ago, a patient had died right there, in that exact armchair. A nurse on night duty had found him there in the morning. And ever since, people claimed that someone would appear there at night, sitting in that chair. That night remains the most terrifying moment of my life. And to this day, I'm terrified to even go near room 13 in any hospital.